All right, to my right, Jalen Sharp, Jalen McClinton, Andrew McLean, Darnell Woolfolk, and Ahmad Bradshaw. Sal, you want to start?
Ahmad, Darnell, you have scripted a better start for you guys just offensively and the way you guys were able to run your offense tonight?
Absolutely, sir. I think if I didn't have a turnover today, it could have been better for me. But I think the offense played really well. The offensive line played hard, and we got good blocking on the perimeter.
For Andy or Jalen, just the way you guys were able to contain Evans tonight, can you talk about that? How you guys got off the field pretty early in the game to give your offense pretty good field position?
Yeah, we just stayed stuck in our gaps, and everyone did their job, not trying to do too much, just doing their job and playing together. That was the biggest part. You know, just playing as a team and just really collectively playing as a whole.
And Darnell, I would just like to ask you about, you got Army off to a good start with your 30-yard run. Tell us a little bit about the play.
Honestly, it was just executed really well. We've gone over that play in practice a lot, and the O-line really executed. It pretty easy on my end, and it just happened. So.
Yeah. Now, the next series, you pitch out to John Frainer for the touchdown. Maybe tell us a little bit about that one.
I mean, it was just a basic double option play. We got good blocking on the perimeter, like I said, and usually when you can block the perimeter well, the double option works really well. So John did a good job at catching balls, looking it in, and it was really easy for me.
And Andrew, when Fordham moved down the field, they had a pretty good drive, but you stopped them for a field goal attempt. You were able to come up the middle and block that field goal. Tell us about the play and what you did to get into the kicker.
It was with the help of a few other D linemen, and we were able to get a really good push. It was definitely a team effort. You know, two of us pushing on that guard, and then it was just me getting my hands up. I was able to get a hand on it, and then Jalen took it from there.
Yeah, that's Jalen. All of a sudden, the ball's in front of you. You were grabbing. You got a lot of field goal runs. Tell us about it.
Just being at the right place at the right time. I just had to scoop the floor, make sure no one was around to catch me. So that was the easy part. But D&I did a great job just blocking the kick, and I was just there able to scoop the floor.
And just good, then we got good. Ahmad, you've had a long run, one of the longest runs of your career, 71 yards. Tell us about how the place is set up when you saw the ball.
I mean, like I said again, the offense blocked the perimeter really well today, and the offensive line secured the edge, and I'm pretty sure anybody could have ran the ball as well as the offensive line blocked, and we secured the perimeter.
And maybe Jalen, a lot of good tackling. You got the defense off the field on one series throughout the whole first quarter, and it seemed like a lot of good tackling, and you were able to contain those two big threats that Fordham had, Kevin Anderson, their quarterback, and Chase Edmonds. What would it take to contain Fordham's offense?
It was really just a great team effort. All 11 guys on the field doing our 1/11th, and Coach Bateman with his game plan really putting us in the right spot at the right time.
How satisfying is it to start the season with a win over a team who came in here 2 years ago and were able to?
I mean, it's satisfying to have a win. Like Coach Mungan always tells us, it's not easy to win, no matter who you playing. So you gotta come out every time and prepare correctly before you take the field, and it's good to get a win, sir.
How do you guys feel about the curfew being increased tonight?
I mean, I'm gonna go back and sleep, so it don't really matter to me.
And Team Darnell, I just talk about your offensive line. You had a couple players coming back from injuries, and also you had Jackson Beaton, the big right guard, making his first start. Tell us about the play your offensive line.
Bryce was out for a while, and Brett was also out. When they came back this week practice, and they looked really good in practice. They didn't, even though they were out, they were still focused and locked in on the sideline, coaching guys that are in their places, and I knew they were going to be prepared for this game, how they prepared mentally while they were out. So I was proud of how they prepared, even though they weren't playing in practice.
All right, thanks, guys.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right, Coach, we'll start with an opening statement and then take questions.
Proud of our team. It was a well played game for the most part. We had some mistakes that we'll talk about, but I was particularly proud of one, the way we stopped the run, a really good running back, and ran the ball effectively. And those are the things that we talk about as a program in terms of our philosophy and how you win, and I believe in those things. Stopping the run and running the ball are important, so we were able to do that tonight. It was very encouraging to see us block a kick, return it for a touchdown, make a play on special teams like that. I thought Jalen Sharp did a good job returning the ball on the 2 kickoff returns we had, and that was encouraging to see that improvement. I thought that we kicked the ball off really well, especially with Schrag. He did a really nice job, and with the PATs and field goals with Blake Wilson, we put in a bunch of other guys. Abercrombie, we got to kick one and made a point. It was his first of his career. Landon Sawyer's got to kick one. It was the first of his career. We put David Cooper in. Unfortunately, we didn't add one up off the ground, and it didn't go through. But it was good to be able to get those guys some experience. They're all going to be players, and it happened on both sides of the ball. We were able to get some guys some experience, but there's plenty of disappointment there too. Turning the ball over there early in the game, we certainly don't want to do that. We can't do that. We had a snap on the ground and a PAT, and had to try to throw it for a 2-point conversion. Just some things with fundamentals and assignments that we're going to have to do a lot better. But overall, I'm pleased because 2 years ago that team, a very good football team, and they are a good team, came in here and beat us. Just really impressed with the job that they do, the staff, their players. They got some talented guys, and I'm really glad we were able to get a win over a team that's had, I guess, almost 40 victories in the last 4 years. So we'll celebrate this one tonight and get the mistakes corrected and get ready for the next one.
Obviously, a big offensive performance today. Bradshaw played well, your running backs played well, and your offensive line seemed to generate a lot of holes. What were some of the things that really impressed you about your offense today?
I thought we did a good job down the middle with the center and the guards and the inside run game. We got that going early, and I really think we got a good group of guys up front there. We got some veteran guys that have played. They got some confidence. I think they're tough. I don't know that we're overly talented. I think they're just tough and they play hard, and they did a good job tonight. They take a lot of pride in being able to run the ball effectively, and it means as much to them as it does the guys carrying it. But we got some good running backs that, look at Darnell and Andy, what they did last year. But Connor Slomka came in. He's a really good running back. Kalen Holt was hurt this last, probably about a week and a half with a hamstring. We weren't sure he was going to play at all, and he really started to improve late in the week. And Bob Applin, our trainer, ran him on Wednesday. It felt like he was healthy enough to at least play. We put him in there in the fourth quarter. I thought that we ran the ball really hard. So that's encouraging to see a group of guys like that you can continue to put guys in. And we've got enough guys. Not everybody. We got enough guys that have played enough football that they should have some confidence, and I think that they understand what we're trying to accomplish with the offense. But once we got the inside run game going, then we had a few pitch plays that were long plays, and Ahmad did a really nice job handling the ball. He had a nice long run, and so I hope we can continue it.
How'd you feel about your offensive line? You had a couple of players coming back off of injuries. You had a Jackson Deaton was playing his first game at right guard. Both were 300-pound players on the right side of your offensive line. How did that help?
Jackson has improved so much from his freshman year, and just matured, the confidence. He's a guy that really wants to perform. He wants to be good, and I don't think he's as good as he's going to be. I think he's going to continue to improve, and I'm excited about watching him develop. But I think we had, if I remember right, 19 plays in the first half, maybe. I think we ran 19 plays in the first half to their 50, and that's not a lot of plays. So we've written some big plays and some big runs, and we really didn't have a chance to get the offensive line into a drive and really kind of see them grind out a long drive. And I think that's where we're going to find out a lot about that group and how well they put together when you've got to smash it down the field 3 and 4 yards at a time. So, I'm sure we'll have plenty of opportunities to find that out. We're going to play a good team next week that beat us last year, and we got more on the schedule after them. So,
how'd you feel the defense really was getting off the field very quickly, especially in the first quarter, getting the ball back to the offense, and then that tip play between Ackerman and went to McClinton, really again another big play for the defense.
I thought the defense really played well, and we're giving them a lot of chances to play just because we were fortunate to score pretty quickly, and that's credit to them. I mean, they do a great job throwing the football. The quarterback is a very poised veteran player. I got a lot of respect for that kid. He stands in there and throws the ball, finds ways to get rid of it, gets out of trouble, makes plays on his feet, and I think he's a really good player. And I thought the defense did a really nice job kind of forcing them to have to do that, to have to throw the ball. And they threw it effectively some. Fortunately, it was all in front of us. They didn't get behind us, and we didn't give up a bunch of big pass plays. Probably the part of the game that we're going to be most disappointed with as we watch it is late in the first half, the last 3 drives. So we kicked off, and they got the ball at the 8-yard line. They drove it all the way down, went to kick field goal with this one we blocked and returned for a touchdown. And we let them drive it back down there again and stopped them. And then they drove down and scored the touchdown. We blocked the extra point, and then the very end of the half, we let them drive it back down there again. And we're going to look at that part and say, hey, here's how we need to improve as a unit to get them off the field and not allow them to drive down the field. But beyond that, in the second half, I thought the defense did a great job. I was really proud of our young guys. We played a lot of different players on defense, and we played everybody that addressed, I think, just about. And but those young guys, to get them in there and get them some experience in the game, that's going to pay dividends down the road. So overall, I mean, we're going to be praising a lot of guys tomorrow, and that'll help us be able to say, but we've got to correct this.
You seem to be pretty encouraged by the special teams play today, just across the board, pretty much. The special teams, kick coverage seemed to be pretty good too.
Yeah, I thought, going back to the kickoff, I thought Nick did a really good job kicking the ball. He kicked it high, he kicked deep. They were able to return a couple of kicks. We did a good job covering them. The very last kick, I can't even tell you who was in the game at that point. I mean, we had guys that had never lined up on the kickoff team covering that last kick. And I hate to give up a long return like that. And there's no asterisk next to the return average of the kick cover defense, because you got guys in there that they don't play very much. But I hate to see a big return be given up like that. But I thought we did a good job on those teams. I thought our punt return team had a couple of chances to get a block. We got in there and just couldn't quite knife through those big guys in the shield. We tried that a couple of times. We tried to set up a couple of returns. We just never got anything going, had to fair catch it. So that's got to improve. We're going to try to block a kick, we got to block it. If we're going to try to return a kick, we got to at least get it started. We didn't do that. and didn't have to punt, which I'm in favor of. If we don't have to punt, it's usually a pretty good sign. So we'll get a look at it. And I think we had some issues on PAT protection a little bit. We had a little leakage. The one that got blocked, we just kicked it into our own backs. But we're going to have to shore that up, and we will.
What did you think of the way Cam Jones and Mike Reynolds played tonight and stepped up?
I thought they did a nice job. I thought Jalen Sharp did a nice job. I think all three of those guys really handled their first real snaps. Mike's played some. Cam had never played corner. Jalen played very sparingly last year. But it was nice to see those guys get in there and play with some confidence and make some plays. And I think the best thing they did was keep the ball in front of them. We didn't give up in big plays. Jalen had the pass interference. They had a stutter and go or a double move there that he got beat on, but he recovered and tried to make a good play. But if you don't give up big plays, I think you got a better chance to win too.
Coach just asked you how you build off of a game like this. Obviously, the team overall played well. They had to build some confidence off a game like this. How do you take them to the next step against the competition coming up?
Well, we lost to Buffalo last year, so that ought to give us plenty of motivation to try to play our best. And I watched them play Minnesota last night, the second half. They played them really tough. It wasn't a very high-scoring affair, but they got a bunch of guys back. I think they're a very talented team, talented secondary. That quarterback is huge. I mean, he's a big, tall guy, stout, tough to bring down. We saw that last year. So we're going to have to improve and play better than we did tonight if we're going to have a chance to win against them. So I hope we'll be able to correct those mistakes and get fired up to play here again next week. I thought that they both did a good job, and I was glad to see them get in there. It was great to get them an opportunity to get some game experience, and it's hard to do. You can't do it in practice. To be out there, to be all by yourself, the opposing team, the officials, the coaches are a long way away, and you got to run the offense, and you got to make good decisions, and it was great for them to be able to do that because neither one of them have had any bit of significant snaps. Those were the first snaps that Kelvin Hopkins has ever played in a college football game tonight. So I'm glad they got in there. I thought they did a good job, and I hope that they'll continue to improve. I'm sure they're probably going to have to play again at some point down the road. Oh, I think probably where they're at is we assess the situation in the game and what we're trying to do with the next quarterback. And one, why is he in there? Is it because the other guy's hurt, or just because, like tonight, we had an opportunity to put him in? So I think Kelvin had kind of earned that opportunity, but every one of our positions is up for grabs like that. They've got to continue to earn it. Well, that credit goes to the defense. That's a defensive snap. We've got our base defense in there on that play, and Coach Wilt, who's our defensive line coach, handles the field goal block schemes and makes those calls, and I think he does a really good job with it. It was a great effort. Andy McLean got the first one that we blocked for a touchdown, and I don't know who got the second one. Do you know, Matt? Second block.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, too. That's good. It's good to know. Well, they're both interior players, so obviously got a lot of penetration. It wasn't off the edge or anything. They just kind of got through a seam there. So I'm proud of those guys. Block kicks are huge. I think they can certainly make a huge difference in a game, especially a close game. And it was fun to see.
Just a quick thought. Jeffy Jeckham and I noticed Fred Cooper from the Houston area. How are their families doing, and how is the team kind of supporting them?
Everybody's good. We got several guys from that area. Cordero Davis is from Humble, Texas, which is just on the north side out of Houston. He carried the Texas flag into the game with us today. Kevin Waits is from Manor, Texas, which is right there in the Houston area. Tommy Upton is from Houston area. He's a plebe with us. Can you think of others? No, I think we got one more guy that I'm leaving out. But there's some guys from down that way. Fortunately, everybody's doing good. They've had family members that have had to stay with them and kind of got pushed out of their homes. But I think where those guys live, they've been okay. Fred's mom had a swamped car, but she was still in her home, which was great news. But she wasn't the only one. The whole parking lot was full of water. So Fred was a little worried about his truck, I think. But I don't know if he's got word on that yet.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.